So I saw a social media post today, someone asking, why would God send this to me? Why would God send me someone who is mean, hurtful, and abusive? And some people didn't quite like my response. Some people took it as me blaming the victim, and that's not what I was doing. Actually, it was just one person out of many that took my post that way and was offended by it. And that's not what my message was at all. My response to the young sister was, perhaps God did not send this. And the reason I had said that, and I want to talk about it today, is because even I myself have asked those questions along the way as I've gone through trials and tribulations, in relationship, whatever. I've asked, well, why has God done this? But I've learned along the way that not all things are from the Lord. And before I get deeper into the conversation, let's talk about Galatians chapter 5, verse 22, 23. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So when we know what the fruit of the Spirit is, and we know that it's love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and I'm saying it all over again, gentleness and self-control. When you know those things, you can then have discernment on whether or not this is from God. Again, not all things are from God. God will allow for certain things, and he gives us free will. But everything that is there for us is not beneficial either. And we have to remember that just because we have free will does not mean that everything we choose to do is good. Not every person we pick for us is good. And life is all about choices. It's about choices. When someone had responded and thinking that I was blaming the victim, I kindly responded that was not my intention. That person misunderstood my message. My point is, when it's from the Spirit, when it's good, okay, when there's kindness, okay, when you understand what the fruit of the Spirit is, like I said, you'll be able to better have discernment on whether or not this is from God. And then we have free will to make choices. And I've made many choices that were not healthy, that were not beneficial, that, placed me in toxic relationship situations, that it was not God's will for me. It was my decision, my will, my choices that sometimes led me in a position. And so I just wanted to say today, get to know the Lord, your identity in Christ. And I think I've said that in most of my videos. You got to know your identity in Christ. Understand the fruit of the Spirit. When you understand, again, the fruit of the Spirit, you can have better discernment. And also, it's a choice. In my response, I also let the ladies know it is a choice to remain a victim. It is a choice to remain in a situation. All of those are choices. You can remain a victim of a circumstance or a situation in a relationship, whatever it may be. But it is ultimately up to you to decide, am I going to remain a victim or am I going to be a victor? And that's the question right there. Are you going to remain in a situation that you know is unhealthy? Are you going to allow the abuse? Are you going to, because God didn't call you there. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to remove yourself out of situations and understand that is not God's will for you. It is a choice. And We've sometimes got to make some very difficult, hard, and painful choices in our lives to help us, to help others. It's something that we need to decide for ourselves. So know that everything that comes and everyone that comes and every situation and circumstance is not from God. Have discernment by understanding the Lord, your identity in Christ, and the fruit of the Spirit. I love you all. God bless you.